All right, guys, welcome back to the show. July 7th, post 4th of July, we made it. We're in one piece this year.
Show your
It's been
fingers.
close.
We
It's been
good?
close calls,
Yeah.
close calls other years, but it's July 7th here. I'm Nathan Creeps, joined by my co-host, the big married
Yeah.
Daddy Borchelder.
Yep.
Bryce, before we begin this episode today, I'm going to show you my wiener.
For those only listening, there's a wiener dog on the screen. Nate is an official wiener dog father. God, she's so cute. Look at her. Look how long she is.
You just put that right in a hot dog bun.
Hey, Willow.
Her name is Willow. She's 8 weeks today, born on May 7th. 8 weeks today.
Oh,
Very good girl. Yeah. We got her in Independence on Independence Day. She's a wiener dog and got her from the Amish. There's nothing more American than that.
Yeah, that's some red-blooded American stuff right there. How's the first few days with Willow been?
Her mom's looking in.
Oh,
It's been an adventure. She's very hungry right now, so she's actually got to go say goodbye. We'll talk
okay.
about
See you,
her.
Willow.
She's got to go eat. So that's why we had to get going. She's getting antsy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. The
Yeah,
exchange.
get her some food. She needs that to grow.
Yeah. She's been an absolute blessing. Let me tell you. She's kept our life, Mass and I's life, it was good, but it was getting a little complacent with, I was just golfing, no kind of responsibilities. Maz was working at the Netflix and life was getting too easy.
Yeah.
So we threw Willow in there, and it's made it very challenging, but very rewarding. And we love her to the moon and back. She's better than what we thought she'd possibly be. So we're excited.
Hey, I'm so excited for you, and I totally understand where you're coming from. You guys have been married for a little while, had the house kind of figured out. It was time. Like, it can't just be yard work, golf, and Netflix. You needed that little flair in your life.
In your part, you have some wiener blood in the family
We
too.
absolutely do, and that makes me a little bit more excited because for 12 and a half, maybe even 14 years, I kind of forget, we had Mo the wiener dog, short-haired. So I'm pretty excited for you in the long-haired journey. But yeah, what a fun time. And I kind of texted you some inside information. Wiener dogs, very territorial, a lot of fun, kind of a 50-50 on whether you get a mean one or a nice one. We had a mean one, and it gave us a lot of laughs and bit a lot of neighbors. But I believe
she's a long-haired miniature dachshund. She is attached to my hip or anyone's hips. You can't take steps anywhere without her just planting herself between your legs because she's so tiny. I had to lower the deck of my mower because the grass was too long for her little legs to walk through. She kept tripping on the grass.
I remember that.
So
I remember the first few days of having Mo. He wouldn't even go in the grass. It was too big for him.
So I had to mow a quarter inch even shorter. So I'm gonna have to keep doing that moving forward.
Yeah.
And the funniest part about we're doing crate training right now, and she's actually killing it. She's doing a really good job. She goes to sleep to YouTube golf.
Yeah,
that's the trick.
That's our girl right there. We love that.
When she goes to bed, I told Madison this trick last night, and Madison, she was dumbfounded. It worked immediately.
That's awesome.
So I told you, did it all day. And then Madison played YouTube golf for her all day today.
Sounds like me and Willow are going to be best friends. That's how I fall asleep too.
See, I don't know if she likes it or she knows when it's on that she's not going to get my attention.
Yeah, probably some of both. Yeah.
So either way, it works.
Yeah,
but nope, it's been a lot of fun.
Lots of life hacks, I'm sure, coming. You know, it's kind of like almost like a little kid in a way. You're going to be finding all kinds of ways to get that thing to eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom at the right times.
She's the most potty trained puppy I've ever seen in my life. She's had 2 accidents out of maybe like 45 to 50 bathroom.
So at 8 weeks old, she obviously didn't go to like a breeder or anything, or like a doggy school or anything to learn potty training and stuff.
No, she just has it, or we've gotten lucky every single time.
Nice, yeah, that's definitely like a pain in the ass when you first get a dog. So that would be awesome if she just kind of gets it.
Yeah, but nope, she capped off one of the greatest 4th of July years of my life. So
well, first of all, we saw Willow and her grand entrance into the family during the 4th of July weekend, which I'm sure by now the clips have rolled and the pictures have been thrown up there. But you guys had what looked like an awesome 4th of July weekend at the Shattuck family farm.
Yep. Went with the in-laws again, and you know the farm, you know it well, you know the pond, you know the tradition and the fun we like to have out there. And this year, my family felt a little left out. Usually, sometimes we go to Algona for the 4th of July,
Yeah.
but they wanted to get themselves, so they kind of self-invited themselves up to the Shoddock family farm this year, and that was a hoot. So they brought both my parents, my sister, her husband, and the 5 nephews came to party, and it was a little bit chaotic, but the weather held off, and that was Friday night. They bounced first thing Saturday morning. Then we went and snuck Willow because she was originally supposed to come on Thursday,
Yeah.
but my nephews probably would have torn her apart if she was up there. So we waited a day, went grabbed Willow, went back to the farm, swam all day, played catch, played bocce ball, bucket golf. We hit over 200 golf balls into the pond
Wow.
this year, attacking the dock, and then we capped the night off with this great Spillville firework display. It was
How
perfect.
does Spillville do their fireworks? Is that kind of a fun
So
small
it's a
town?
it's apparently that's my first year doing it, but I've heard all about it. Everyone in the area knew about it, and we knew a lot of people when we got there. It's a $5 entrance, and there's I
Mm,
don't know a couple thousand people there, so they put on a show.
nice. Good little
So they
town
use the entry.
fundraiser. That's awesome.
Yep, yep. So it was almost like you were in the Sandlot, Bryce.
Yeah. See,
It was
that's
nostalgic. It was just yeah. It was easily the greatest 4th of July of my life.
I
I'll put that down.
I love to hear that, and I think that people are kind of yearning for that feeling again. I always see those clips of Sandlot. I see the memories of being a kid and the fireworks and the small towns,
Hmm.
and there was something very nostalgic about the small town fourth, which we got to do this year with our friends the Lankeys and the Halls, and my parents. My sister came down from Madison as a recent, not Madison Badger, but they are living in Madison now, so we got to see her. And we went up to Reasoner, just north of Pella, and
Okay.
God, there's just something special about a small town. We got to see the Reasoner fireworks. We got to see the Otley fireworks in Knoxville, just because they were kind of right out in the middle of a field and you could see all of them. And I I loved my Des Moines time. It made me a little jealous of the people living out in the country, and I don't know if it's stirred a move yet, but we're looking that way.
You don't want to be in a big town on the 4th of
No,
July.
no,
It's like that's an unwritten rule. It's not right. It's not nostalgic. It's not as I don't know friendly. I don't know. Just everything tastes better, looks better, seems to be better, and is better when you go to a small town
yeah.
on the 4th.
Yes. It was a very Fourth of July weekend. Now these days so many more little kids around, which always brings another fun element. Just the
Hmm.
mystery and wonder of everything. So it was a great weekend. I agree. I don't know if it goes down as my favorite. I don't know what my favorite would be now that I think back. There's been some great times on the Shell Rock River, some Waverly fireworks with Darian's family. Great ones growing up with all the cousins and stuff. But I'm glad to hear you had the top Fourth of July. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I'm also glad to see that you didn't wash away in the Great Metro Flood.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't
W-
even see much of it because we had headed down to Pella on Friday. I think some of that rain came in around that time, maybe even the day before. And North Des Moines was in trouble, especially 4 Mile Creek.
I saw a ink and he took
Yeah,
about
yeah,
what 11.5 inches, and dude, they shut down I-35.
hmm
I don't
hmm
think I've ever seen an interstate close to flooding.
yeah,
I'm sure it's happened,
yeah,
but I feel like that's not very common.
yeah, yeah. And we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Flooding is no bueno. Lots of damage. I think a lot of people's houses are fine, but there's those low level houses that just get impacted. So we did not over here, but yeah, Ankeny was not very good.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know because the best part about our week was the couple days prior. It was going to be like 95, 94 degrees on the weekend,
Yeah.
and then because it was 94, 95, like Monday through Wednesday. But as it slowly kept getting closer, it kept trickling down, and dude, we had 80 and sunny every single day,
hmm
and every storm missed us because it's what I do. Is I freaking dome it. But I told him, oh, watch this. And we just watched two storms literally split around us and go.
Yeah.
It was the one time I was cool with the dome splitting us, but it was just picture perfect. But I'm glad it's over with.
hmm
I always talk about this. It's kind of like you look, I think 4th of July is like the biggest thing of the summer you could probably look forward to.
hmm
Get past it, kind of move on. And I felt it Sunday. That's for sure. It's different being hungover as a parent now.
He who drinks a fifth on the fourth may not go forth on the fifth. Yeah, we kept it pretty tame. It was good. I mean, there was a surprise. Don Lanky hosted. They had a new place, and he's like, at 3 o'clock, everyone's got to be here. I have a surprise for us. So we actually took a party bus through like Prairie City, the Neil Smith Wildlife Refuge.
Oh, nice.
Came back, circled back, and just did the usual thing. But yeah, I mean, it just takes its toll. We talked about it maybe last winter. Oh, things will slow down. Things did not slow down, especially with the wedding, and now we're in the heat of summer. So just struggling, Nate. It's really good to see your face in Willow because it's a nice boost.
The problem was Colby and Mia made 75 American flag Jello shots, and those were stupid good. And I'm like, I quit drinking at 9:30 on Saturday night. Think, oh, I'm good to go. I'll be just fine tomorrow. And I woke up miserable. I'm like, what? That was the Jello shots.
And now you're a father, so it's just like you have responsibilities the next day. So you just got to be careful.
Yeah, it definitely hits different as a puppy dad father. But nonetheless, we're moving on. I need to get the 4th of July X off on the calendar, move forward in the year. Let's get closer to August because August means football. But Bryce, before we move on to this episode today, we got some special upcoming guests. I just want to give a heads up to some of our listeners out there. I think this upcoming Sunday, we're going to be in the studios. And when I mean in the studios, from our own personal bedrooms, virtually, with Danny Spungberg, did I say it right? And Logan Paulson from Netflix.
Yes.
They're coming back on.
Yes.
Well, it would be Danny's first time back on. We had Logan on last year.
Yes.
And because they just got off with a show with Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Temptation Island last year, Mr. Beast this spring. Danny's on a new show, Perfect Match. Logan's all over the place selling solar, but also his soul to different companies online, making a bunch of content. So it'll be fun to see those guys again, who, if you haven't caught it, we did play some golf with them last year over at Brown Deer. So that's a great video on YouTube from about a year ago in June. So yeah, it's very
Danny's got a swing on him. Danny had a swing on him. Logan, not so much.
Yeah.
He struggled with the club,
yeah,
but he had a good time. And then following that, sometime in the next couple of weeks, you'll see Iowa men's assistant basketball coach Josh Sash.
Very excited for that one too. Nate, you've been flying; those DMs have been flying, and it seems like guests are excited to come on. We're even more excited to have them. So very excited for you guys to listen and watch.
All right, Bryce, let's dive into weather records here. July 7th, weather records for Des Moines. You guys had a high of 89 degrees today, and even once I'm on July 6th. Oh, record high for July 7th in Des Moines is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, set back in 2012, the year the world was supposed to end, right?
Yeah, Mayan calendar year.
Yeah. Lowest temperature, 50 degrees Fahrenheit in 1908. Most precipitation, 2.05 inches, set back in 1899. Your average high of 85.5 degrees.
It's been hot. I guess you guys were pretty far north in, New Hampton. So you got some decent weather down in the south of Pella and Reasoner. Still pretty warm. That rain kind of cut the humidity a little bit. After that lifted, it was fine. But yeah, it's been really hot.
It makes a big difference going from just one part of the state to the other.
It does.
All right, so we were supposed to record yesterday, but due to you wanted to watch the USA men get their ass whooped by Belgium. Yeah. that's so we're here recording today. So I have July 6th on this date in Iowa.
Okay.
And Bryce, this one does not disappoint. Because July 6th is one of the most dramatic dates in Iowa's weather and railroad history, primarily defined by two monumental events: the heroic actions of teenager Kate Shelley in 1881 and the devastating F5 tornado that struck Pomeroy in 1893. Let's go for our girl Shelley here real quick, because on July 6, 1881, the legend of Kate Shelley began in central Iowa, where 17-year-old Kate Shelley achieved legendary status after violent thunderstorms washed out a railway trestle on Honey Creek. I know you know that. Causing a locomotive to plunge into the raging waters. Shelley braved the deadly storm. She famously crawled on her hands and knees across a 500-foot railroad bridge, spanning the Des Moines River to warn the depot operator at Mongonia, ultimately stopping on the oncoming Omaha passenger train and saving countless lives. Her home territory in Boone County remembers her today with the dedicated sites and bridges.
I've seen her placard, and I've never known that story, but that is very heroic and terrifying.
See, you just don't get that shit nowadays. It's too easy. It's
Absolutely
too
not.
easy for one of us just to text a locomotive dude like, dude, hey, bridge down, don't go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not that cool anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to become
Kate.
heroic status like that.
Yeah, and I guess I'm grateful for that because I just don't know how many Kate Shelleys are there really out there. I don't think very many. Like, if she's not there that day, how many more people are in trouble? So shout out to Kate.
You're right, but the story's cool though.
It's way cool.
We could use more stories like this.
I
Of course, we're gonna lose more people's lives going this route,
yeah.
but we got to give some to get some,
Yeah. So you're rooting on maybe a few more lives, but we also get more heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand that. Very cool story.
And then that's wild. Only 17 years old too. God, I would love to see the footage of her just clawing across that train track bridge. Yeah, I saw it all over my social media apps yesterday on every single one. All about Kate Shelley. So she's a big deal.
That was heroic.
Mm-hmm. All right, July 6th, 1893, the Pomeroy tornado. Right, so I want to be on this day in Iowa if we didn't have a tornado devastated in town. Because in northwest Iowa, a catastrophic storm tore through a 55-mile path spanning from Cherokee, Buena Vista, Calhoun, and Sac counties. It accumulated an F5 tornado that directly struck the farm town of Pomeroy, leveling roughly 80% of the community and tragically claiming 71 lives.
It's brutal. And just looking at this picture, think about how much damage tornadoes do with modern infrastructure. And like, dude, that's so much wood. Like how much damage it would do back then.
Well, look at that picture.
I know.
That's absolutely insane.
It is.
Almost looks like a desert now because there's literally nothing there.
Yeah, I guess my grandparents are up in the Cherokee area, and it's just flat. And I bet that tornado just ripped through all the flat farmland. 55-mile path. I was going to say that hits quite a few counties there.
See, just a little bit ago, I talked about how I want to be back in Kate Shelley's time. Maybe not so much during that time.
Right. Yeah, if you could pick and choose kind of the nice parts about history and like keep the good parts about modernity. Yeah.
Let's get into some Iowa news here. And Rice, we haven't given this guy enough credit. His name's Chuck. He follows us on Instagram, Facebook, and is a loyal listener to the podcast who's concerned about our absence during a month ago, reaching out, and he came back with me, asked us a question. What's our opinion on this? So this is 2-week-old news now. The Iowa High School Athletic Association announced that 8th graders can now participate in high school sports. Effective in August? Yeah, August.
Yeah. What's your initial reaction on this?
So, God, right away, I hate it. I hate it because one, it's new, right? Traditional.
Fair.
I like the 4-year thing. Ask me in 10 years, I'm sure I'll be just okay with 8th graders playing. A reason I don't like it is all the records. What are you gonna do with all the records? Like the 4 people who played 4 years grinded every ounce of their lives leading up to that point to break that record in 4 years. There's going to be how many opportunities for people to get this done in 5 years now.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest argument about it now. It's just going to have an asterisk by any time someone accomplishes something. So then I feel bad for the 8th graders. I'm like, well, yeah, you're the all-time leading scorer, but anytime you got to say but when it comes to something monumental or historic, it ruins it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so the NFL obviously added a game a few years back. Now it's 17 instead of 16 games, more opportunity for people to get more stats. I think what I like to do is look at the games played, yards per catch, yards per attempt, touchdowns, ratios. So some of that I think I'll be okay with as time goes on. What I was maybe most interested in / worried about is the development. Obviously, like 14 years old is different than very, very different than 18 years old. A lot of my class didn't develop until they were 15, 16 years old, and they definitely weren't going to be ready. That being said, I do have a lot of faith in high school administrators, coaches. I feel like they're going to put kids in safe spots. So I think if they play it right, I could see it being hairy here and there, but for the most part, I don't think you're going to be pulling up guys that aren't ready and girls that aren't ready.
Like I said, in 10 years, we're going to look at it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But for now, looking at it from the beginning of it, I'll go to where you're talking about developmental. Kids are different nowadays.
Yeah.
It's insane what they start playing AAU and how competitive things are starting early nowadays to where they were, 10, 15, 20 years ago. I mean, my nephews are in Sioux City, Des Moines, or something every single weekend. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's why AAU circuit is crazy these days.
It's scary, and I feel like kids are growing faster and they get more talented, and they're getting more confidence. So I don't see the kids are skilled; they're gonna have no problem.
Training is better, information's better, workouts are better,
right?
Nutrition, everything is better than it was even a few years ago when we were playing. Nate, a famous story, not even famous, just a memorable story for me growing up was OJ Mayo, who played at USC and then played a few years for the Memphis Grizzlies. Played as a 7th grader. I think he was 13 or 14 years old when he started playing varsity basketball because it was legal in whatever state, or he might have even been Canada. And I remember thinking that was crazy, but he was ready. He dominated as a 7th or 8th grader. And I feel like we'll see some of those instances. Sometimes I feel like they'll realize it was a bad choice. At the end of the day, I think it kind of comes down to like the coach and just making sure that they're in a good position.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked in every sport until I was like a junior.
Yeah, 100%. Me too.
And the biggest pro probably about this is like, I think from like a small school perspective, ones that are struggling to pump out numbers for football and like basketball, or to put together a team, you have the 8-man schools. Now this is going to help.
Yeah.
You bring a whole nother grade. But how funny are some of these 8th graders going to look in pads? On high school.
And that's an even better point, because I was really thinking like 2A through 4A, and it's like it's probably realistically going to be the guys that actually need the numbers, and it's going to be these tiny little 8th graders, isn't it?
That was like one of my favorite things in high school. We would sit and look at the smallest kids and on the practice. We'd laugh all season long. It was terrible. But it was just funny because they're so tiny.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna throw some 8th graders in there.
Well, 8-man. Yeah. Yeah, it's something to watch for this season, for sure.
It's like there's no neck. Their shoulders go straight to their helmet.
And it's like there's no reason that guy should be on the field. And it's great. Like if you're an upperclassman, you're just a smaller statured fella. Like I understand that, but it is funny.
Oh, shit. Because, I think besides every single sport, I mean, let me rephrase that. Baseball is actually, you've been able to play as an 8th grader forever, right, in Iowa? Or at least for how many decades?
Of the transition into the summer into like fall.
Right.
Yeah.
But right. I'm correct on that, right?
I think so.
Like 8th graders could play baseball. Okay. So now it's not just baseball. It's literally every single sport.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some, cases where it pisses people off and they're going to complain. I'm sure there's going to be instances where plenty of kids are ready to play. So we'll see. Good question by Chuck, and definitely during our period where we were down, so we missed that news. So I'm glad we got to comment on it.
Okay, so one more thing on this. These are some details about the policy here on the 8th grades. The standard high school no pass, no play rule will not apply to 8th graders.
Yeah, I guess they'd probably need a new rule, right? Like that doesn't really apply if you're a different curriculum, haven't even entered high school curriculum yet. So I would assume they still have to pass their 8th grade classes. That would make no sense.
No. It says no pass, no play rule will not apply to 8th graders.
Interesting.
These kids could have I don't know if they give GPAs out in 8th grade, but like this kid could fail every class. Go ball out on Friday night.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna get some characters. We're gonna see some great content in the years to come on Instagram and TikTok for some of these dudes.
With how good our Iowa school system is, that won't even be a problem.
I know, need no study.
Yeah, right.
I ball.
Just rural Iowa, just all ball, no books.
So the 8th graders are not going to we're not going to have them go to class anymore. Screw it. Well, you see how NIL's going nowadays, you know?
Yeah. Enroll in one class.
There's no point in these kids going to college classes anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, unless if you're like a walk-on or something like that, you have no choice being on the field. Yeah, classes make sense, but
it's getting pretty crazy. It's getting like the classes that these guys are taking for one is so funny. Did you see the news that just broke today? The Monster Energy Big 12 conference.
No, what?
$20 million a year is going to the Big 12, and they renamed the Big 12 to the Monster Energy Big 12 conference.
It's only going to keep getting worse with brand deals like that.
More money flowing through the players, less classes. It's basically a pro sports league.
I'm thinking I can't get off this 8th grade subject, but I'm thinking like some of these kids have like, I'm going to be sick to my stomach when I see some of these 8th graders. It's going to happen. Hell, I guarantee it's already happened. Like having like a car wash deal.
Yeah.
You know?
It can happen so young. I mean,
my name's Jacob, and I use a local car wash here in Cedar Falls.
Yeah.
Grab your car today.
They need to have like NIL responsibility classes. Maybe no pass, no play is not a rule, but they need to be teaching these kids how to make their money and make it last.
They do in college.
Yeah.
They do in college. All right, the biggest news coming to the state, Bryce, is probably the Savannah Banana takeover in Kinnick Stadium last Friday and Saturday. They got in there and they peeled themselves all over that stadium. Hell, they made 250-year-old men peel their shirts off and sprint 100 yards across the field.
Crazy. I actually didn't see anything from this. No.
Oh, dude. So 2 events, both sold out nights. Kinnick Stadium's capacity is 70,000. So 140,000 people attended the Savannah Bananas game in Iowa City in back-to-back days over the 4th of July weekend too, which is, I think, even more impressive. And yeah, look at that picture. They made 250-year-old men. You got to see the video. Have you not seen the video?
No.
I'll send you the video. It's awesome. Yeah, they made 250-year-old men get into the end zone on one field and made them take all their shirts off. And for like a minute, they're just waving, going nuts with all their saggy tits going. And then they made them race to the other side of the field. Oh my God. Sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen, but it seems like they worked out pretty well. So I don't know. I guess I want to grab your opinion on like, what do you have any thoughts on the Bananas? Like,
so I didn't see any recap, but I did see a lot of excitement. And I think I shared my opinion on the Bananas 6 months ago when this was announced and they were coming. I know a lot of people were excited. This is a sport that's not made for me. And I realized I actually moved my hatred into just an understanding that the Bananas are for a core audience of kids, guys that like to laugh, and women that like to see handsome hunks with their shirts off playing baseball. And I'm like, you know what? I don't fall in those
Dude, they're
categories.
all sex cannons.
Yeah.
Every single guy on that team is a sex cannon. That's why my wife loves them.
Yeah.
But I get it, but at the same time, I still don't get it. Like to sell out Kinnick Stadium back-to-back nights of 140,000 people, that is an unreal deal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How are these guys accomplishing that much? You know, I've been on the Banana fan train for the last 3 years. I enjoy them, but I still can't comprehend. They're doing this everywhere they go. You know,
crushing it. And I think it makes sense. They've blended entertainment that is affordable and family friendly. So it's really one of the, like at the right time, right? Like everything's more expensive. It's hard to take your kids and a whole family somewhere without spending $250. Mm-hmm. So like I think tickets are still pretty reasonable. I'm sure they were better than going to a Hawkeye football game, right? So
if you can get, if you win the lottery, they're a decent deal.
Yeah.
Because their owner, Jesse, the Yale Tux man, is actually probably one of my favorite business owners in the entire country. Mm-hmm. It's for the people. Hell, I think they give out like free food or something like this at home games in Savannah. He's like, it's always for the audience, cool. And they're always giving back to the audience. So yes, but I think once you get to the secondary market, tickets to skyrocket. Yeah. Dude, I knew so many people that went to that, and they said they absolutely loved it.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool. I like I said, I moved my hatred into an appreciation for what it is, and mm-hmm. I'm a sports purist at my heart. It's like I don't want to see like. I barely even want to watch the Globetrotters, right? Like I didn't even think that was cool as a kid. I'm like, give me Duke and North Carolina. Like, what are we doing here? I've come and hardened my soul a little less.
I think I've never had bad feelings about them because I've always hated baseball.
Fair.
and this is more entertaining right away to me. I'm like, I would rather watch the Bananas than
That's a good
an
point.
actual baseball
That's a
game.
good point. Yeah, a regular baseball
So
game's tough. Very cool though.
it
I mean,
is.
I think it's awesome they came to Kinnick. Obviously, packed house. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come back. I will definitely be watching the old men uh, jiggling through that 100-yard dash.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
the? I mean, is there any other takeaways? Like, do they do like a halftime
So
show?
they brought in Brad Banks, and he threw a touchdown pass to
Oh, you
Dallas
know what?
Clark
I did
in the
see
end zone.
Banks. Yep.
Then the next night they brought in Spencer Lee.
Oh, that's sweet.
So these guys are
Yeah,
entertainers,
they get it.
right? They get it.
Mm-hmm.
They bring in the hometown heroes. The university, they did the wave to the Children's Hospital, so the Bananas do it right.
Yeah.
You got to give them credit.
Kind of needed that for Kinnick too, because Jack Trice has really been dominating with the concert circuit and entertainment lately. So to bring something to Iowa City is
Yeah, no shit. No shit. Yeah, good point there.
I think Post Malone coming up next week.
Yeah, they always got good stuff going on there. I think the last concert they had in Kinnick was Tucker Bethard, the brother of CJ Bethard.
Yeah, I remember that.
Back in like 2014, 15. Tucker Bethard is nowhere near like a famous country star or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just because his brother was a quarterback for Iowa and brought him to a 12-0 season the year prior, he sold out like half the stadium. But I think it's the last one they had.
That's
I could be
crazy
wrong
to me.
though.
Seems like a good concert.
All right. 1 week, Bryce. We are now 1 week under our belts with the official speed limit change in Iowa from 55 to 60 miles an hour. We both had our previous thoughts on this. Have your thoughts changed or been persuaded since?
Too early to tell. I saw how my mother was driving when we were a little bit late to the 4th of July party, and it made me worried for the future of society. But I think that was a rare moment of panic. And that was like really my most, probably like biggest experience with it, because otherwise we kind of took Highway 65 back up to Des Moines. Haven't done a lot of rural driving. You've hit the roads a little bit more than me. What's the takeaway so far?
So I previously said that I think this is a bad idea. I didn't have faith in the humanity. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
I absolutely love it. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Going a little faster is fun.
The fact that like when a state trooper or sheriff drives by me and I'm going 62 and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going 7 over. I'm like, oh wait, I'm only going 2 over. You don't even have to worry about it. You can go 60 and they can't do anything about it. And it's nice. And you really don't notice much of a difference. Now there are going to be some roads out there where the turns obviously got to slow down, but
for sure.
I was wrong. I was wrong, Bryce.
Okay.
I think it's one of the greatest things the state has ever done.
Big 180 from you. I'll hold off a little judgment here until one, I've hit more roads, two, we kind of see some stats, or have any close calls personally.
And shout out to the DOT. They got the all switched over in one night. I saw it the very next day. I'm like, holy shit, they switched all these signs already. There's a million of them out there.
Yeah, we threw up that post. It costs a ton of money, obviously, but you kind of have to do it. Otherwise, it's like you're kind of guessing the speed limit, and we don't want people doing that either. So,
we'll come back to this when we have a year.
Yeah, I think that's a great
under
idea.
our belt when we see how many more crashes. And accidents. But right now, I'm a fan of it.
I know the young at heart.
If you're smart and you're driving, it's going to work out really well. Yeah. But you know how distracted people are nowadays, and that was my biggest concern. Was, I tell you, 4 to 5 out of every 10 people I see on the road are on their phone, and I have the best view of anybody. Yeah. I'm right there. I'm looking down on them. Yeah, it's bad. So if you can stay off your phones, this thing is going to work out really well. Wrap it up, Bryce. Let's do something a little new today. We're going to look up what's upcoming this week in Iowa. We're pulling up the Travel Iowa here, and we know it's Cotton Fair time. So what's this weekend? Is it July 10th and 11th? We got Heritage Days starting in Mount Vernon. Never heard of it. July 11th and the 12th, 46th Annual University of Okoboji Tennis Classic. Kicking off.
That's pretty dope.
We got the Bike Around Spirit Lake, July 11th.
Okay.
And God, there's a lot of county fairs going on this week.
County fairs this week.
Starting today, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got Monona County Fair, Wright County Fair, which is in Eagle Grove, Wright County Fair. July July 8th, tomorrow, Bryce, we have lawn chair night in
Mm,
Story City, Iowa.
nice.
Huge.
Just bring your lawn chair to the open space. Any music,
You would
fireworks?
figure they would have like a big screen, maybe
Yeah,
something
maybe
like
an
that.
outdoor viewing experience.
Oh, here it is. Take a midweek break and join us for a load of music
Okay, nice.
at North Park. See, wait, that makes sense because I said Story City is the most average town
Mm-hmm.
in Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
and I could probably arguably say that's the most average town in the country. Here they are doing the most average town shit.
Yeah.
Lawn chair night.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We're finally right.
Yeah. Yeah. Story City doing just the bare minimum over there.
Yeah, you got to respect it at this
Mm-hmm.
point. They know their
Great quick
identity.
star though.
Some
I will give them credit. That quick star is on point. Driving on
or
35.
at the interstate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is awesome. Stop there all the time for
Mm-hmm.
gas. The Quick Star is awesome. I wear way too much. I get their fried chicken all the time.
Yeah, I do
The
too.
crispy,
I love that
not
crispy fried
the
chicken.
crispy,
Mm-hmm.
the crispy
Tenders.
fried chicken sandwich. I had it
Oh,
today.
you get the sandwich. Yeah, the sandwich is
Yeah, I
good
get
too.
the sandwich. They had pepper jack on. I got that today in DeWitt. I probably get it 3 times a week.
Love it.
I don't have any options, Bryce.
Love it. Anything else big coming up? I mean, we're Ragbri in about a week and a half. Yeah, Post Malone coming up. I mean,
Ready for county fairs to be done because I'm county faired out after going to the Butler County Fair with you.
yeah, I guess we didn't recap last week, did? Oh no, we did. We did recap the Butler.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't. I mean, there's nothing to really recap.
Night of Destruction was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, with the Night of Destruction saved the Butler County Fair for me. And Ben had the best quote of the day. I asked him, like, you ever going to go back to the Butler County Fair? He's like, listen, that's maybe a 1 in every 10-year deal.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm biased. I probably would go to Tulip Time over that. Like if I had to choose between some.
No doubt, bro. Listen, I'm not a big fair guy. I'm probably the wrong person to say this. After like 30 seconds walking around this place, I'm like, listen, I was telling Ben this. I'm like, Agona fair is okay at the bare minimum, and it's 20 times better than this place.
Yeah, and I really have a lot of respect for small town fairs, but there wasn't a lot going on, and it really hurt.
Nothing.
I think you had a good point too. Add a beer garden, add some live music.
That's all you need. Yeah. Throw a little bit lively entertainment there, and the Night of Destruction was cool. Where they just basically took a bunch of beater up cars and crashed into each other. That was like a 7.5 out of 10 experience.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm good too. We will do at least one Iowa State Fair day. We'll be going up to Okoboji for OEI in August. But that's probably it. That's probably the only fair that's left in me this year. And I got to wear my cowboy hat, which was fun. But yeah, that was like
you look good in that hat too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's you kind of got to grow into the cowboy hat. I know you're switching over your style to country. Something that you really have to
Connor Young called me out on Instagram a little bit ago.
Well, I told him about it last night.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess before we sign off,
here I am wearing like a fishing.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Fabletic shorts.
Slow transition.
That's one limb at a time. Working from the top, working my way down.
Yeah. Connor came with us to the watch party. Jeremy and Bella were there. Me and Darian. Yeah, Jeremy
at Big Grove last night.
Big shout out to Big Grove. Very, very fun
viewing
viewing experience for the Bosnia game last Wednesday. Lots of Bosnians in Des Moines and Waterloo. So it was really fun to see, one, the U.S. win and just like the excitement from Bosnia. There's 0 Belgians apparently in Des Moines because it was all USA fans. Very, very busy environment, but tense. And then obviously we got the brakes blown off of us. So I will give Big Grove a big shout out because they made a very, very fun environment out of something that we do not care about one lick of in the U.S.
God, what a time it would have been for us to advance to the final 8. We lose, and the next day we're already back in War 5 round.
Yeah, and we're not baseball guys, so I get all eyes set on college football and my boys in purple and gold.
Who's your quarterback this year? Is it?
It would be Kyler. There's like 90% of my body believes Kyler Murray.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be fun.
9 needs
could be I could see it being another disaster though. The purple people eaters.
Yeah, he hasn't been as good as everyone thought he was going to be. He might have just been better off going to baseball. We'll see.
Just guys work on your O-line this year? Is he going to be running around for his life again?
That's what we were kind of joking about. It's like, even if the line sucks, he does scramble pretty well. So he might be running for his life, but I think we'll be a little better.
All right, Bryce, you have yourself a week. People, thanks for listening. We got some content coming up here with the guests, so you don't have to listen to Bryce and I ramble all the time. So I don't know if I have anything. What do you got going on this week?
Going up to Osage for another 2-man with
nice.
JD Walsh's dad actually throws what's called the wing ding up in Osage. So we're going to do his little tournament. Come back.
So you get to play in Osage.
Get to play in Osage.
You get to hit. You get to hit over the Great Bridge water.
We do. Yep. Yep. And then city tournament. First weekend of Ragbri next weekend. But for me, it is the first competitive golf.
That's right. Holy shit, dude! Ragbri's next week.
Yeah.
Whole fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. I don't even know if I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a last minute decision. I've been saying all year how I'm gonna do it. Dude, this happened way too fast.
Yeah, I know.
Oh shit. We'll see.
All these things come up quick. I'm glad. Maybe we just start throwing that Travel Iowa what's coming up, just so we can keep eyes on the big events.
Yeah, no shit. God, I need to get my shit together. All right, people, have yourself a great week. We will see you soon.
All right, see you, people.
Just west of the Mississippi.